Well, I basically come at it from like a really humble perspective. Like, hey, do you mind? Can I ask you about your scar? I asked for permission to talk about it, right? But one of the things, so that woman has since become a very good friend of mine, and we talked about it because I asked for permission to include her story into my talk. And I wanted to ask her what her experience was, and what we unpacked was the story behind that scar and why she has it in the first place is literally the most significant thing that ever happened to her in her life. And as a society, we say that we can't talk about those things. It is the number one thing that changed the trajectory of her life. And we just took that off the table. Like, come on. Like, that is literally life-changing. And it's had a ripple effect on her forever. Like, she ultimately, she had the flu. She ended up getting heart damage and had a heart transplant. And like talking to her today, even a donor heart only lasts 10 years. She doesn't know if she's ever going to get another one. And it changed how she actually lives in the world, because she doesn't know if she's ever going to get another heart. She doesn't know how long this one's going to last. And she doesn't know if she's going to get medical care when it decides to go out on her. That changed everything, everything. And it's so beautiful to see how she shows up in the world as a result of that. Like, she will not hesitate to just like jump at opportunities. And I'm like, oh my, Jana, we just talked about that yesterday. She's like, I know, like, I'm doing it. Like the sense of urgency that she has is obviously, it comes from this, right? But it's like, that's something that I've taken on for myself. Like, I literally was looking for an apartment in San Diego. There was the wayward Craigslist ad that showed up on my algorithm, and it was the most beautiful apartment. I was like, what is this magical place? And I was like, I should go see it. I should totally go see it. I'm going to go see it. And the guy was like, huh, what do you think? And I was like, I want to move in. And he's like, when? I'm like, right now. Right now. He's like, really? You don't have any furniture? I'm like, oh, that's minor detail. I'll worry about that later.